Hello, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. I wanted to jump on and give you day 5 of the day in the life of an MSer. If you've been keeping up with this series, just talk about some of the things that go on with multiple sclerosis that not many people might not know. Those of us who have it, we do know, and just want to give you some ways to deal with it and cope with it. So, number 5, day 5, I want to talk about cognitive. There are things that people cannot see when it comes to multiple sclerosis that people with multiple sclerosis have to deal with all of the time. One of those things is cognitive. And when I say that, I mean there are people out there, we know how to spell. We may spell words wrong, and someone might go to spell the word bun and put P instead of B, but this isn't one mistake, if you will. This is something that might happen consistently during the day, whether it's spelling or reading things or trying to find words to describe something. Struggling with cognitive issues when it comes to multiple sclerosis is part of having an invisible disease. And it's a struggle, it's hard. So, let me tell you some of the things you can do. If you are someone who is struggling with word find, it's nice and easy to be able to read a plethora of books. Change what you have in your library. Make sure that reading is something that you do daily, whether it's for a half an hour or an hour. But if it's something that you do daily, you're getting new words into your vocabulary, or you're remembering words that you already have in your vocabulary, and it makes it new. So it brings it to the forefront. Something else that you can do is writing. Writing in a journal is going to make you have to come up with words. Now, it's not making you have to come up with them as quickly as you feel like one has to do in a conversation sometimes, but this is going to be something that, again, is going to just get your mind thinking on words. Something else that can help is doing a word search. If you do word searches or any of those word puzzles that you can do, I know what it is. I want to say jigsaw. I know it's not jigsaw, but when you actually have a clue that it gives you, is usually in a paper C. Cognitive. I should know what it is, like that. And I don't, so I have to describe what it is. One of those puzzles in the paper, it gives you a clue. You fill in the boxes with the word that you know it is. This also can help people who are having cognitive issues. It's just to describe things. Don't don't be so hard on yourself when you can't come up with a word. Describe what it is that you're trying to say. Um, and lastly, I would definitely say let people know what you're going through because it is invisible. They don't see it. And what they don't see, they don't know. I remember having a conversation with someone about a reunion that I was planning, and she was giving me information on the phone, and it was just a lot to take. And I let her know I have multiple sclerosis, and cognitive is really hard for me sometimes. If I may ask you to repeat things several times. And she slowed down and she asked me if I had any questions about things in between her whole, description of what I can do on this reunion or having the reunion where I was going to have it. So people are willing to help. For those of you who have someone, a loved one who has multiple sclerosis, remember that there are invisible parts of multiple sclerosis that everyone else does not see, but that your loved one is dealing with. Today was cognitive. Do some of those things that can help you to regain some of those cognitive things that we all know are at on the tip of our tongues, tip of our fingers, and trust yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'll see you tomorrow.